Hello, good morning, my sweet, sweet babies. Happiest of birthdays to the March 29th babies out there. We're going to connect and see what messages are coming up for the next 24 hours. It might not be March 29, depending on where you are in the world, or you may stumble upon this video at some later time. Fear not, you found it when you were meant to. So we're asking for the next 24 hours. For everybody out there who happens to see this. You guys know I have a weird way of shuffling, and today's card, that doesn't feel like it. Wow. Okay, here we are. Today's card, is the Magician. And this is, again, a repeating energy, right? This came up, I want to say maybe a couple of weeks ago when I was using a different deck. Now, wow, this is really interesting. I just got a really interesting hit. Some of you are wondering when something is gonna happen. So if you woke up this morning and you asked when, like you're like, oh, I wonder when this is gonna happen, or I wonder when I'm gonna reach this goal. Because I looked at the Magician and I am like in my mind asking Spirit, what do you want us to know with the Magician? And I heard when. So, gosh, this is a little bit tricky. There is a Gemini element to the Magician as well as a Virgo. Okay? Gemini is the air element, Virgo is the earth element. So if some of you are asking when, I'm leaning towards Gemini. Okay? That this is going to happen during Gemini season. Something is going to be wrapped up or completed around Gemini season. You're reaching your goal, you're hitting that mark during Gemini season, which is May 21st through June 20th. Now, there is also a Virgo element to this card, and we can't just simply dismiss that or ignore that. So for some of you, maybe it's going to happen September 2nd is the beginning of Virgo season, okay? And I believe Virgo season ends. Ignore me. I was thinking of Virgo's birthday. Virgo season is August 23rd through September 22nd. So you have here Gemini season or Virgo season. For some of you, maybe something is starting in Gemini season and it's wrapping up. Like if what you're doing is a process. Like if you're like, when am I gonna, find the house I like or something? Maybe you're finding it in Gemini season. God forbid, sometimes things take a while to wrap up. Maybe it's not gonna wrap up until Virgo season. Or some of you are reaching that goal, Gemini season. Some of you are reaching it Virgo season. Okay. For some reason, when I looked at the card, I heard when, and I saw a question mark. So for some of you, this is coming up to answer a question you're waking up with, in terms of when something might be happening for you. Now, the Magician is beautiful energy. It's beautiful energy. It's a card about manifesting and creating. And I sometimes will call this jokingly my dumpster fire card, because sometimes this card comes up at our lowest point or lowest moment. I know it did for me, and it would make me furious. I cannot tell you how angry I would get when my life was a dumpster fire and I'm pulling cards for guidance, and I would use different decks and I would keep getting the Magician. I would be like, this isn't funny. This isn't funny. Like I need you to tell me what to do. I need you to tell me how to get out of this. Like I need guidance here. What steps do I take? And I just kept getting the Magician. But one thing that I learned from my own journey, having the Magician card kind of stalk me at my lowest point in my life, or one of the lowest points in my life, was that you're creating from the ground up right now. You're creating from just absolute scratch, okay? Some of you are at that point. Some of you are like, you don't know what to do, you don't know where to go. But essentially, the world is your oyster. You could do anything. You could do anything at all. And that in itself is a blessing. And the magician comes in to say that this is a time that you are going to be manifesting. You're going to be creating something new. And in a short time, you're going to see progress. And people are going to be like, when did you even do this? Or when did you even have time to do this? Or where did this come from? That's a question people ask me a lot, right? They might not really be paying attention to you or helping you when you're struggling, but when you start to come out of it, then they're like, whoa, where did you come from? How'd you do that? And so the magician is coming up to tell you that you have really strong manifesting abilities right now. And you're going to be manifesting very quickly. You may be seeing a lot of confirmations or reassurances by way of angel numbers. You may be seeing 222, 444, 1111, 111, or you may be seeing a specific number a lot, right? For me, sometimes I'll see 25, I'll see 72. There might be certain numbers that you just see, and over time you will learn what they mean for you. But you can always look them up. Angel numbers, the meaning of different angel numbers. But when you're seeing these repeating numbers, this is Spirit's way of saying, look, you're manifesting right now. You're sending out really powerful energy this second. So make sure you're focusing on the finish line. And don't get caught up on how you're going to get there. Allow your angels and guides to do that for you. Don't get caught up on the how. Envision yourself at that outcome that you're wanting, whatever that might be, and take the steps you're feeling guided to take. Outside of that, don't try to envision the path in which you get there. How can I explain this? If somebody was obsessed with cars and it was their dream to own a Lamborghini, but they were working at McDonald's. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with working at McDonald's. I'm not putting that down. But it's fair to say that most people who work at McDonald's aren't rolling around in a Lamborghini. They're not driving a Lamborghini to work, right? It would be very hard to afford a Lamborghini working at McDonald's. And that is my point. I'm not putting down McDonald's. But if this person works at McDonald's, and they're dreaming of having a Lamborghini. It's on their bucket list. They want it more than anything. And they're like, okay, well, how can I get this Lamborghini? I got to go to college so I can get a good paying job. I can't afford to go to college, but McDonald's will help me pay for college if I'm a manager. So I got to get promoted to manager. I have to get promoted to manager. And so they start visualizing that they're going to get this Lamborghini, and they're vision boarding. And they're vision boarding and they're dreaming the whole path. Okay, first I'm going to get promoted to manager. Then they're going to, help pay for my schooling. Then I'm going to major in this. Then I'm going to land this job. Then I'm going to, save the money and I'm going to get the Lamborghini. That might not be the path that you're meant to take to the Lamborghini. Maybe you're going to win it. Maybe you're going to win it in a raffle. Maybe you're going to win the lottery. Maybe somebody is going to gift it to you. Maybe you're going to do something or put something out there or have an idea for an invention or a creation that's going to bring you a lot of financial abundance, and you'll be able to afford it or buy it yourself. Maybe you'll come across someone who's willing to teach you a trade in which you're going to make a lot of good money. Or maybe you'll just pick up a trade that's going to make you a lot of good money without going to college. So I'm just giving you an example here. And I'm not telling everybody that your goals should be material goals or financial goals. I'm just giving you an example of a way in which somebody tries to not only manifest what they want, but they're trying to manifest the path on how they're going to get there. That's going to slow you down. Don't do that. Don't try to visualize or manifest the path to the finish line. Just visualize yourself having crossed that finish line and enjoying the things you want to be enjoying. And allow Spirit to direct you in the way that that's going to happen. So when you see these angel numbers, these are reminders for you to stay focused, right? As they say, eyes on the prize. If you have Gemini or Virgo placements, there can be really, really big changes or shifts happening for you in those houses or in those areas of your life. Okay? And the Magician is just basically as above, so below. This is a time of creation. You are creating your future. You are creating your future. And the reason why things feel like such a dumpster fire for some of you is because your life is going to be so very different. So very different. In a good way. So you are like a tower moment to the max for some of you, where like life is just scorched earth. And I'm chuckling and I'm laughing. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because I remember, I've been there. I've walked that path, so I can relate. I'm not making light of the situation. I'm just laughing because some of us have like very, very, very intense tower moments, or like when we talk about losing everything, like, man, did we lose everything, right? Like so this is something that it's, you've lost everything because everything is going to be so new, so different. This is like clean slate, which reminds me, we are coming into the astrological new year, and we do have the new moon in Aries, right, on April 3rd. So you, some of you are really feeling that starting from scratch in a big, big way. And what's coming ahead is going to be so much better. So much better. I don't miss my old life at all. Not even a tiny bit. Okay? So I know it's hard for those of you who are going through that challenge, but it will get better. You may want to check out the weekly forecasts if you haven't already. There is a link in the description of this video that will take you to the weekly forecasts. Love readings for April are already popping up. If you would like to schedule a private reading with me, you can schedule at calendly.com/amethystangelite. I have a link in the description of the video that will take you to the scheduling page. And again, I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, my dears. Take care.